Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of IPO Platform Business Interviews Promoter Series. Through this series, we bring you conversations directly with the promoters of upcoming IPO companies, giving investors an opportunity to understand the business, its growth journey, and future plans straight from the source. Today, we are pleased to have with us Mr. Anujit Shivaji from Atharva Polyplast. So, let's begin. So, Chittorgarh.com welcomes you, Mr. Anujit, and we congratulate you for the upcoming launch in the primary markets of BSc SME with the lead manager being Horizon Management Private Limited. So, would like to ask the first question on the history and the business of Atharva Polyplast. How and when was Atharva Polyplast started, and how has the company evolved since its inception as private limited in the year 2014?
Okay. So, first of all, thank you so much for this. Atharva was incorporated in the year 2014 with a vision to become the preferred manufacturing partner to global OEM brands. We wanted to give polymer engineering solutions to our clients. And over the last decade, our journey has been very exciting and very challenging. We have not only evolved in scale, but also in terms of the capabilities that we have. When we started, we actually began as a basic injection molding company. You'll see a lot of these companies here and there around you. But slowly, steadily, we started graduating from being in the basic category to being more of an end-to-end polymer engineering solution provider to my clients. So today, we are very proud to say that we can give complete solutions in one roof, right from concept to finished products.
Okay, now next question. I can understand that Atharva Polyplast is a manufacturer of precision plastic components. So please specify the products manufactured by us and to which industries are we catering to?
Okay, so we are mainly catering in three different verticals. One is the home appliance industry. Second is the premium office furniture, mainly premium office furniture. And third is the engineering sector. So these are the three verticals that we are catering. In the home appliances sector, we are working with one of the biggest home appliance companies in India. We are a supplier to them. And if you talk about the products that we make for them, so basically, if you see a refrigerator, if you open the refrigerator, you see a lot of plastic parts going in the refrigerator. So all those parts, these kind of products we are making for them. Not just the refrigerators, but we also make products for air conditioners, washing machines. This type of things, they utilize a lot of plastic products, and we make all these products for them. The second vertical that we work into is the premium office furniture. So when I say premium, basically what happens is that generally, if you see a regular office chair that we work with, that is costing around 8 to 10,000 rupees in the unorganized sector. But the customers with whom we are associated for long term, these customers, their office chair will start at somewhere around 1.5 lakh rupees. So that is a very big difference, and that is the reason we call them as the premium office furniture clients. So in this, we are mainly associated for the seating products. My products will be bags, for star cases that we have, headrest, seating components, the arms that we use. All these products will be comprising as the seating products for these companies. And the third vertical that we are working is the engineering segment. So in the engineering, it's a very broad segment. So we do a lot of automotive components and other products here. But the main crux of this segment is the engineering and tooling development that we do for our clients. So, like I said, we are not just working as an injection molding company, but we are giving end-to-end solutions. So we design products for the clients, we manufacture the toolings for them, we test those toolings, we give soft tooling solutions, rapid prototyping, and all this integrated platform we provide qualifies as a program management for them. And we also get paid for that. So this is one stream of our revenue, the engineering segment.
So now we have this manufacturing facility with us where we manufacture all these plastic components into automotive, engineering, and home appliances. So can you please highlight the manufacturing facility we have? And if I take an example of a home appliance product like a chiller tray that you are manufacturing, so please take us through the entire manufacturing process, the end-to-end process. So it would be good for our investors to understand the business of the company.
So we have a very beautiful manufacturing facility. It is actually, we have a 40,000 square feet of manufacturing factory, but it is built on a space of 2.3 lakh square feet. So we have ample space available with us for ample headroom for expansion. We have the most automated injection molding machines with us. We have a very highly qualified team to run the processes for us. So if you talk about a specific product like the chiller tray that you are saying, what happens is in the injection molding, we get these products, we make the molds for them. Once the molds are made, designed, developed by us, we come to the production phase. So in the production phase, we buy the raw materials from our dealers, suppliers, partners. We test this raw material. Once the raw materials are approved, we take it for production. In the production, we have the injection molding machines which operate to make these kind of products. So the molds are actually loaded on the injection molding machines. We feed them with the raw materials, and in turn, within a specified cycle time, they give us the products. So once these products are made, our quality team will be checking these products, testing these products. Once everything is as per the SOPs, the standards that we have set in the factories, we pack these products and they are ready to be delivered to my clients. So this is one example, but in some cases we start from the product development cycle as well. So in this case, my customer will be giving me a concept or a 2D drawing for the product. My design team will be actually designing and developing the product for them. They approve the products. We do the pilot tools for them, and from the pilot tools we move on to the production tools. We have our own designs for the toolings. So my team will be designing the toolings, and we will be making highly precision tools for them. And from then the production cycle will start. So we operate in two different phases. One is for the home appliances, where we start from the part manufacturing, but in the other categories we start right from development of the or design of the products.
So can you name the products for which we have done the designing and development also in-house?
In the premium furniture category, all the products are being designed and developed by us. So these products will be the backs, the backrest, then the star bases that the chairs have, the seating components, the headrest that goes behind for the chairs. So all these products we have, we get the 2D drawings for that, and from there we start the design and development process for that.
Okay. And how many injection molding machines do we have in the manufacturing facility?
We have currently we had 17 injection molding machines, but recently we have added 5 more injection molding machines to our capacity. So today we stand at almost 22 injection molding machines, and all these machines are the latest technology machines that we have in the market.
Okay. So these injection molding machines are, I mean, we have procured from domestic sources only, or from outside
All
also?
these are imported machines. We have from Toshiba, we have from ITR, we have from Taiwan Supermasters. So most of them are imported.
Got it. Okay. Now, coming to the business model of the company, we understand that since we are working with the OEMs, so we have a B2B business model. So, can you take us through this model and what is the client base of the company and how much repetitiveness we have with the clients in our business?
So we mainly operate in the B2B category. We don't operate in the B2C category. So all the customers that we get associated with, it's a very long-term process. So it is not that we just approach somebody and start doing business with them from the next month like that. So when we approach a high-value client like the premium furnitures, it's almost a 3-year process. The qualification cycle just to become a vendor to these kind of companies. They will take they will do the auditing, they will do the assessment, the financial risk, they will do the operational risk, everything they will assess before even considering us as a vendor to them. After that, we require a number of certifications to be there in the factory to become a vendor to these companies. So once we have all the systems, certifications, and the financial stability in our factory, then only we are actually onboarded as a vendor to them. So that is the reason why once we are a vendor, we stay there for long term because we develop products for them. Once we develop products for them, these products are again tested in labs for almost millions of cycles. So once we get associated with a company, once we start supplying some products for them, it stays to the life cycle of the product. That is the reason why we have a very long relationships with our clients. Even with the home appliance client, we have been with them since the inception, 11 long years. We have been performing consistently. We have been getting awards from them consistently. So this is the kind of relationships that we have with our clients. It's a very based on a very long term.
Understood. So, will it be possible to name some of the clients we have?
So in the home appliances, we are working with Godrej, and in the premium, I'll just name one or two clients. We are working with Steelcase, we are working with Herman Miller. So these are the giants in their own domain.
Understood. So, company is working with the well-known OEMs in this segment. Thank you for taking through this. Now, when we understand that we are into three kind of catering to three industries, so what kind of revenue bifurcation we are having from each of the industry we are catering to,
Okay.
and which of the segment is giving us a higher percentage?
So when we started our business, we were 100% dependent on one customer, one OEM basically. 100% of our revenue was coming from this category, the home appliance client. But slowly, we understood that we were more of becoming a contract manufacturer. There was no engineering that was going into this. So what we wanted to do is, like I said, I'm a polymer engineer myself. So I was never comfortable just doing a contract manufacturing kind of role for companies. So I wanted to use my engineering skills. That is the reason why we were trying to, come out of this category of basic injection molding and, add more value in the design and the engineering part. That is the reason why we started 100% home appliances when we started. And today, almost 52% of our business is coming from the premium furniture clients. 25% will be coming from home appliances, and the remaining balance will be coming from the engineering revenue, where we are actually making molds for them, we are making toolings for them, and we are running the engineering programs. So balance is coming from them.
Okay, understood. So now we can see from the RHP that geographical diversification, I think 91% of the revenues are derived from Maharashtra. So what would be the company's plan to diversify geographically? What plans do we have in the next 2 to 3 years? Take us through that. And also, I noticed that the company is generating revenues from international sales also. So you can highlight on that too.
So the geographically getting revenues from different geographies is not very important for us because we are a pure B2B manufacturing company. So wherever my clients are located, definitely my business will be coming from that zone or that geography. So Maharashtra, majorly, most of my clients are located in Maharashtra. Karnataka, of course, is a growing region because my some of my major clients are located in Bangalore. The new clients with whom we are getting associated, they are also coming up in Bangalore. So that is the reason why geographically, wherever my clients will be based, that region will give me more revenue. The next milestone that we achieved is when we started, when we initiated exports to the US market. So this is now a very big opportunity for us because I'm currently we are answering a lot of RFQs for the US market. Now we should note something over here that when I say that we are doing premium chairs, that chair is costing at somewhere around 1 lakh rupees. But in the US market, everything is like the premium. So my clientele will be having a very, very strong presence in that market. So once my capabilities are now established, they have already audited me to be a global supplier. I've already initiated the exports. Now it is just an opportunity around the corner when we get something in a bigger project and we start doing majority in exports as well. So I'm very sure that that opportunity will be just coming up in a few months' time.
Mm-hmm. So do we have something in the order book already for the next maybe 6 months or something about for the international sales?
We are currently not in the premium furniture, but in the engineering sector, we have backed one very prestigious client. It is a $9 billion company in the US. But that is a different sector. We are doing some products for them. Like I said, we have been slowly trying to graduate ourselves from the basic category to more design and engineering led developments. So my team has actually developed one product which has been co-designed by my team along with the customer. So this product is a very interesting product, and we have already executed the pilot phase for that. And next year we will be getting into production of this product. So this is going to be 100% export business. We have already executed the contracts. The client has given us a 5-year horizon, which looks very, very promising. So going forward, almost 20 to 25% of our revenue is going to come from exports.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting to know this. Now, how does a company manages the raw material procurement and the working capital? How we are doing it?
So raw material in plastics is a very, very important part of the business because it is highly volatile. You can see the crude situations, the geopolitical situations going here and there. So there is always a shortage in the market. The raw materials become pricey. So all these challenges are always a part of our business. We do anticipate them, and we try our best to optimize our plannings to manage these kind of situations. We do keep inventories to the tune of almost 2 months so that we can support our customers in these kind of situations. Secondly, working capital is again a very important part of our business because since the inventories, we have to have very good cash flow requirements. Working capital needs are high. My customers, they are very standard, they are very professional in their terms, so we don't need to chase them for payments. We have a contractual systems where we get paid from the system itself, so we don't chase them for payments. They are very highly organized, and my supplier partners also, they support me a lot for these arranging the raw materials. They also give us a good credit period, which is very unusual in these times. But since we are having good relationships with my supplier partners as well, we get support from them.
What are basically our raw material requirements, like the master batches or the granules of the granules?
Yes.
So what we do buy?
So we require high engineering polymers. We buy a lot of nylons, glass field compounds, TPUs. So these are high engineering polymers that goes into the high value products that I gave you an example of. So these are mainly either imported or made in India by the foreign companies. We buy a lot of these raw materials. For colors, yes, we require a lot of master batches as well. So mainly the polymers, the master batches, and we have to procure few BOP parts as well. The bought out parts also we procure for doing some assemblies, because we just don't focus on the components. We try to give a complete solution to the customer. So we give them a lot of integrated assemblies as well. So that also bought out parts we have to buy from our vendor partners.
Understood. Okay, so now talking about the financials of the company, can you please highlight on the financials of the company, the top line and the EBITDA and the PAT margins that the company is having?
So by January 26, we have done a top line of 43.9 crores and with an EBITDA of almost 18.5% and a PAT margin of 10.75%, that is 4.72 crores. So this is our current numbers. Of course, they are improving day by day.
Wanted to understand what would be the debt policy for the company in the next 2 to 3 years.
So we intend to maintain a healthy balance sheet, and we want to have adequate funding with us. So debt will be a very strategic part of our business. Going forward, what we want to have is we want to have a debt-free company. Our customers also like to have a strong financial statement from their suppliers. That is the reason why what we are trying to do is from the IPO proceeds, we are planning to pay off the long-term debt that we have and reduce our dependency on external borrowings. So this is as per the growth that we are planning to do in the recent times.
Understood. So this becomes a very good information for our investors that the company is really going to be debt free after this IPO. Now we understand that every company has its own risk and challenges in the industry it is operating in. So what are those challenges and risks for us in operating in this plastic and polymer industry? And also we can see in the DRHP that we are generating a lot of business through the OEMs. So is there any limitation to that, like if there is any downtrend in the OEM business? So is there any risk regarding that?
In manufacturing, yes, challenges and risks are always there, but this is what we try to do. We try to mitigate them. The major challenges that we foresee is the turbulence in the geopolitical situations. Since we are into plastics, a lot of dependency is there on the crude, a lot of dependency is there on the currency fluctuation that happens. So these kind of challenges are there. There is always a fear in the market when these turbulences occur. We always think what if the economy goes into a slowdown? What if the OEMs they have kind of a slowdown in their own factories? So all these challenges and risk is always a part of the manufacturing business. But what we have learned over the past so many years is how to mitigate these kind of risks. So even for the raw materials, we have strong SOPs, standard operating procedures in our factories. We have our supplier partners with whom we have contracts, strong contracts with on which we can rely whenever the situation is tough in getting the raw materials. The second risk is the economic slowdown. That is the reason why we are not just depending on one particular sector. We are operating in the something called as a three-pillar model. One is the home appliance sector, The other is the premium sector. The third is the engineering or the agri-engineering sector going forward. So all these sectors are not linked or associated with each other. That is the reason why we try to de-risk our businesses by having businesses coming from all three sectors. So this is how we try to mitigate challenges that we have. One more thing that we recently saw is the shortage in the manpower that we get. But again, to mitigate this going forward, we'll be focusing a lot on automations in our factory so that we can also take over these challenges as well.
Mhm. So understood that though every business has to face the risk and challenges, but the company is well placed from its policies to mitigate those risk and challenges within the company. Now, from the RHP, I understand that there are also other promoters in the company, Mr. Ashish, and one more is there, I think. So please highlight on the experience and the background of the promoters.
Okay, so the core team will be my father, Mr. Shivaji Darade. He takes care of the strategic decisions. He's 66 years old, but he's still very active in the business. He's our strategic guide, and he will ensure that we focus on the fundamentals while having a sustainable growth. I serve as the managing director of the company, and my brother Ashish takes care of the financial side. He's the CFO of the company. So together, this comprises as the management team, and this is how we bring 3 decades of expertise in polymer engineering domain and a pedigree basically to translate to a customer trust.
Okay, understood. Now, wanted you to highlight on the peer set that we are having, the peers from which we are competing in this industry, and what is the differential that we are having when we compare ourselves with the peers. So, what is the moat and the visibility that we have?
Talking about the peers, I can see 2 listed peers in the SME category. One is Master Components and another is Premium Plast. But they are, I cannot say they are direct competitors or peers because they are focused in their own domain, own sector. Currently, we are more focused on our own niche, that is the premium office furnitures, and more of design and development led or engineering led business aspects. So these are our major modes that drive the customer relationships, drives the stickiness with the customer in our businesses. One peer that I would like to highlight here is Shaili Engineering Plastics, who had been in a similar business and who has now become a very admirable company in the market. So we want to we want to see something similar happening with Atharva Polyplast, because this is what we are mainly focused on. We are focused on the engineering part or the design part of the business. So one thing we have understood is more we focus on the design or innovation or development side of the business, the more we become customer dependency becomes more on us. The stickiness is more, the customer relationship is for a longer term, and this then translates into revenues, margins, and all things that we should have in a business.
Mm-hmm. Understood. So the company wants to focus on the design and development of the products as well. So that gives them a differential advantage and a unique business model when compared to its peers. Thank you so much. Now coming to our questions on IPO. So since the company is now launching and inviting the public to invest in the company, so what will be the utilization of the IPO proceeds that we are having?
So like I said, we have 3 important objectives from the IPO. One is the repayment of the debt that we have. We want to become a debt-free company. Second is the phase of capex that we want to do. Since we have very strong requirements from the market, We want to have more capacities in our factory. We want to have more our own products. We want to have more testing equipments in the factory to keep track of the developments. That is the reason why we are doing one capex as well. And the third requirement or the third objective of the IPO proceeds is going to be the high working capital requirements that we'll be having when we start growing exponentially. These are the main three objectives that we have from the IPO proceeds.
Mhm. When can we expect from this capex we are making and from the working capital that we would have? So when will we have that effect on the financials of the company? You know, the positive effect coming on with the IPO proceed utilization.
Yes. So last 2-3 years we have worked very hard with most of our clients, developing their products, making molds for them, and with the IPO also coming in, we see an exponential growth in our revenue that will be happening from this year onwards. You will see an exponential growth.
And if I ask you, like, what is your visibility after the IPO for the company, like in maybe 2 to 3 years? So what would be, where will you like to see your company maybe in the next 2 to 3 years?
I'll not talk about the numbers here, but what I want to envision as for Atharva Polyplast is that we want to become a globally competent company. So basically, we just don't want to focus on the Indian or the domestic market that we have in front of us, but we want to innovate the products. We want to design our own products. We want to co-develop products with my customers so that we become a highly competent supplier for them, giving them a end-to-end engineering package, one-stop solution. This is what we are striving to be. So if I can summarize, I can say that we want to become a globally competent supplier, which can actually represent the future of Indian manufacturing. This is what we want to be.
So we have with us Mr. Mayur from the merchant banking team of Horizon Management Private Limited. So I would like to ask you, Mayur, and highlight about the issue, the IPO for Atharva Polyplast.
Atharva Polyplast, which is going to open on 29th of June. Issue is anchor portion is going to open on 29th June, and issue for public is going to open on 30th June. Issue is going to close on 2nd of July. So this issue is a total fresh issue of shares, and number of shares will be 45 lakh equity shares. Price band is going to be rupees 55 to 60 per equity shares, and minimum lot size is of 2000 shares, which can be done in the multiple of 2 lots. That will be 4050 shares. It is going to be listed on BSE SME. At present, total number of shares promoters are holding is 100%. All the shares are with the promoter only. And the issue is of around 27 crores, out of which object is of 3 crores is the capex, 3 crores is the loan repayment, 13 crores is the working capital. Rest is the GCP and issue expenses.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayur. Thank you for taking out time to discuss and let the investors understand about the Atharva Polyplast IPO. I hope this information would assist the investors in understanding the business and the IPO objectives for the fundraise. Just to wrap up, Atharva Polyplast works with OEMs and focuses on injection molding to serve industries in furniture, home appliances, and the automotive sector. The financials are strong with an annualized top line of 50 crores and an EBITDA margin of 20% and PAT margin of 11%. The company is going public on BSE SME Exchange, and the SME IPO opens on 30th June till 2nd of July with expected listing on 7th of July. The anchor bidding will begin on 29th of June. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Anujit ji, for being with us and taking us through the journey of Atharva Polyplast.
Thank you, Priyanka, for hosting us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayur.
Thank you.